Good morning, everybody. It is Thursday, March 18th, 2021. Hope everybody had a good day trading yesterday, and I know it was a green day for me, and felt good to get back after the red day I had on Tuesday, my first red day in 2 weeks. Taking a quick look at the future, VIX is up slightly at 2350. NASDAQ down 220, S&P, Dow pretty flat. Guys, take a quick look at anything that you want to see. Coffee at 134.25. Enjoy a cup on me. All right, so just real quick, we're going to go over what happened yesterday. I got my revenge on Dick's Sporting Goods and was watching it, obviously, because I still believe this is going to go and make a new high. And right off the bat, I'm looking at it and I'm like, this is getting ready to go without me right here. And then I'm looking, I see volume starts to dry up and it goes negative. And as soon as it went red for the day, I shorted this. You can see some of my support lines from previous positions. And I knew I had support coming in right here, so I was out. I think I took about 50% win on that put, on those puts. So I got in right in this area here, and I was out somewhere in this area before I hit my support here. I see that it consolidated, broke through. I really thought this was going to go a little bit lower, but I did check. There was another support right in here, and it bounced off that. I didn't chart that, but it is there, and I see that it started going up. And as soon as it crossed VWAP, I don't have it on this chart, but as soon as it crossed the VWAP line, started going green for the day, I jumped in. I can't remember, it was somewhere in this area over here. And I also believe, if I remember, there was I can't remember, it might have been a 5-minute squeeze or something in this area, so it fired long as well. So I jumped in, bought a few calls on this one, and I ended up, let me zoom out here a little bit. I think I bought in somewhere in this range, or somewhere in here, and I ended up selling before it hit the whole number of 79 right here, because I had a feeling that it was going to pull back. It did pull back, and as soon as it bounced off of, this is the 200-day line here, as soon as it bounced off the 200-day, I actually bought a couple options, nothing big, just slightly out of the money. I think I have the 78.50s if I recall, and I planned on holding this one because I still believe this is going to go ahead and go up and make a new high. And if I pull this out and go to the daily chart, you'll see that we are at, let me just, I don't know why this jumps around like that. It's been doing this a lot lately. But the recent high is at 80.32. We're getting very close to that. I do anticipate this to continue to climb back up. I do see volume is starting to decline a little bit. But I actually made a mistake on this last night. I hope that it does not come back to bite me. I held those two options, or maybe I have three. I think I have three options on that overnight. And I just noticed after the bell that we have dividends of 36 cents. So that is going to affect the price of my options a lot. And so now I'm going to really need this to move up above and make a new high. Dick's is either going to be a nemesis of mine, or I'm going to end up loving this, but we shall see. We do have a lot of positive volume here. We have a daily squeeze. RSI's only 60, so it's not too bad. So we'll just see what's going on with that. Now, moving on to what we have on the scanner today. We had MCS. I'm not really liking this at all. It's pulling back. Let me just go ahead and go into my 4-up chart for you guys. I don't have any squeezes on any of those time frames. I do like play, PLAY, Dave & Buster's here. This is something that I like. This is your daily chart here. Let me go ahead and pull for the multiple charts here, and you can see that we do have a nice squeeze on the 78-minute chart. I'll zoom out a little bit for you here. Sorry, I need to go to the 90-day 78. Give you a little bit better picture here, so you can see it's moved up nicely. It's consolidated. We have a nice squeeze down here, and the volume, the indicator is starting to go to the positive, to the blue. So it went from dark red to yellow and is now starting to go to light blue. And same thing going here with the 130-minute chart. It's moved up nicely. We have a squeeze forming. This is probably going to consolidate a little bit more here before we see a bigger move. But if this can consolidate into a nice squeeze, we might see something coming up here on the 195-minute chart soon, as everything starts to consolidate and move sideways. If this goes, I don't think I'll end up buying PLAY today, but if this does start to consolidate and move sideways here, and I can get something between my 8-day and my 21-day EMA, I will be looking to buy an option that is probably 3 to 4 weeks out. And I will be looking, I'll have to check the prices and see what the thetas and deltas are, but I'll probably be looking at something either around the money or slightly in the money on this one. So that's what I have going for play. Keep an eye on that one. If it's between your 8 and 21 day EMA, look to buy something 3 to 4 weeks out. Next thing that came up was PLCE. We've played this here in the past few weeks, and I don't see any current squeezes, but I can see that it is beginning to set up with one here. So keep your eye on PLCE. Let's see, then we had SLG come up, and you can see the recent high, the pullback. It's still a bit early right now, but we do have a squeeze on the 130-minute chart. But we'll keep an eye on this one here, see what's going on. I would probably be paying attention to this one tomorrow just to get a little more confirmation that this is not turning down on us. But keep an eye on that one as well. And that's really all I have for the day. I'm going to be looking to do a little bit of scalping today because I anticipate another choppy day in the market, just as we had yesterday. So just be careful, cut your losses to be, small losses, and ride your wins to recent, basically the way I day trade. And I'll just show you real quick, just going to DKS. When I'm in something, I'll usually use like a 3-minute chart depending on how fast the stock's moving, but I'm looking to sell as it's coming up to a whole number, and you can see like here, so I was out right here, but you can see every single time it comes up close to that, it pulls back. It finally did go ahead and make a high of the day of 79. And it just kept testing that and just pulling back. So, you don't want to be a bag holder and have something that you're, 70, 80% up on and say, oh, it's getting ready to break through. And sometimes what I'll do is when it comes up to something like this, I'll sell all of them, except for 1 or 2 options, and see if I can get 2 to break through and, go and make something, a bigger move. But, a lot of times I'm just exiting the trade right here and letting it consolidate, and I'll buy back in at a better price point later in the day if I do believe it's still going to go high, which is what I did on this one. So half numbers, whole numbers, you have to be those are going to always be natural barriers, either support or resistance. And then obviously you want to chart previous levels on the chart, and pay attention to those as you're moving. It's just important. And so if you're new to this, charting is so important. A lot of people are just buying stocks just to, I think Dick's Sporting Goods is going to go through the roof. They had some new I forget what they had. They had some new clothing line or something that they came out with, and people were talking about it. It's like, what, none of that means anything, guys. Pay attention to the charts. Price and volume is all that matters. That's all that matters. Pay attention to the price, pay attention to volume, and you will more than likely be successful, especially in day trading and scalping. So take it easy, guys. I will talk to you a little bit later, and I plan on coming out with a few other videos on techniques of different strategies that I use throughout the day, not just the TPS strategy that I use that I'm showing you guys currently, but some of the other things that I do throughout the day when the TPS, because the TPS pattern doesn't always set up. It's like right now, there's not really much for me to play using that strategy, so I will use some of my other strategies, you know, just, you know, as income. But don't feel like you have to force a trade every day either. You know, sometimes the forced trades are the ones that you end up, you know, why did I trade that? I just lost money on something stupid. I should have just waited for my next setup. And, you know, stick to your rules, stick to your setups, and you're going to be successful. It's when you start breaking your rules and start, you know, feeling the need to trade, you're going to end up losing money. You know, fear of missing out. You know, oh, I didn't buy dicks and it went to the moon. Well, you know, it's not next, you know, it's not the end of the world. You know, it's just one trade. Will you remember that trade in 20 years when your kids are going to college? Not a thing. You know, you're going to be, you know, hopefully a successful trader in 20 years, and that one trade is not going to be a defining moment of your life. So don't worry about it. You know, just do your thing. Look for the setups, stick to your rules, and be smart. Cut your losses quickly if the trade starts going against you. All right, guys. Talk to you tomorrow. See you.